And we're live. Yay! Hi, ladies. We've got Brooke in Nevada. We've got Laura in New York. And Amie and Nicole here in Niagara Falls. How's it going?
Awesome.
Yeah.
How are you guys?
We're good. I'm good. You good?
Yeah. Ready to make some cookies.
We are going to make some cookies. Yeah, tonight's going to be fun. We're going to make cookies. This recipe actually won a contest. So a year ago on Zip Lives, we ran a contest for the best cannabis-infused dessert, and this was the winner. I haven't made these cookies before myself, and I don't know about you guys because I was kind of rushing around last minute. I didn't have one of the ingredients, so I came up with a good substitute for it. So we'll see when we get to that if it works.
Creative, right? Yeah.
But Laura, you do cooking with cannabis all the time. So what kind of stuff is your go-tos?
Yeah, I do enjoy the cannabis oil. The coconut oil. I think is my favorite to infuse. I think that can be used in so many different things, so that's pretty awesome. Whether we want it to put in an edible or a topical, so that's a fun one. And I think it's fun to think outside the box, to think of things that don't always have sugar, or things that aren't always desserts, like things like you can kind of incorporate into your regular life more often. So I think it's cool to experiment to see what else you can put the butter or the oil into. So it's cool to try different things out.
Yeah. I was like, oh, no sugar.
Well, I mean, not always, but sometimes.
Brooke, do you cook with cannabis ever?
This is my first time cooking. You're breaking my virginness in the cooking department when it comes to cooking with some cannabis, oil, and butter. So I'm pretty excited.
Awesome. Yeah. Nicole and I we made Jamaican spicy infused patties. It was part of Sadila Marley's cookbook. So we did that for 420. They were good.
Really good.
That sounds so good.
That sounds amazing.
They turned out pretty good. And then I tried to make them the second time and they weren't as good. So it might be like a joint effort. Like, I don't know if that had anything to do with them.
There's some good synergy going in there. That's what happened.
Totally. And we had the reggae going. It was like,
it was definitely
that. Speaking of experiences, I wanted to make a little announcement because we've got Eve's Seed coming up, and I'm sure that you guys, I know Brooke, you're definitely down for that. So anybody who doesn't know, Eve's Seed is World Environment Day, and that's on June 5th. So in connection with the United Nations World Environment Day, we are doing a little initiative with Eve's called Eve's Seed, and we're inviting everybody to plant a seed wherever you are in the world at 420. Now, that's the cannabis time, but it doesn't mean you have to plant a cannabis seed. We are planting all sorts of seeds, and there's some competitions and contests for that. But we're also going for a global world record because it's never been done before, so it's kind of cool. So yeah, I'll just show that.
Environment Day, we call out to the universe with a global initiative for people living all over the world to plant a seed and help breathe life back into our environment, because there's only one Earth. What if we all came together as one, supporting our environment and Earth with love in the palms of our hands? And through a simple act of compassion, together we can help restore our planet. So let's do it. Let's all plant Eve's Seed. Simply register with Eve's Seed and get ready to plant yours on World Environment Day, June 5th at 4:20 p.m. Submit a picture of your seed being planted alone or with others. Photos submitted must feature one seed and one person planting it. Each participant will be part of our historical global record attempt for the most simultaneous virtual seeds planted. Just imagine, all of this coming from a seed planted out of love, which at the core is the genesis of all life. So together we can plant Earth's garden once again.
That's freaking awesome.
That is awesome.
I figured out how to do that halfway through. I could have actually just got rid of us all, but it's a work in progress, this stuff. Yeah, and I will give a shout out to my interns for putting together that. They've been awesome, kind of rallying, people and businesses and organizations. This is a great team building exercise, just get everybody out there, and one seed, just one, makes a difference. So that's my little pitch for World Environment Day. And so what else is on the agenda? You guys got some gifts. You guys got some stuff in the mail.
Felt very
Brooke, did you
welcome.
get yours? I don't even think that you got yours. No, you didn't. So you're not. You're not. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's okay.
something to look forward
I
to.
love you.
Listen, if they got over the border is is good enough. So the fact that it's in transit, we've already crossed half of the battle.
Right.
But
Awesome.
so Laura, you've been taking baths since yesterday because I know you just got yours, and so this is what was sent. These are
You sent some
Ah.
bath, like CBD bath bombs?
THC.
Oh, okay. I can't even wait. I'm gonna have some wine.
Yeah.
My man.
It's the bath of a lifetime.
We're gonna jump in that tub. Oh yes.
I really enjoyed it. I didn't get through all three. I did two. What
I
about
did
you?
two as well. I did the blue and the chocolate. These two.
Okay,
They're
so
both, there's two blue ones.
there is the Blue Dream and the chocolate hashberry is what Nicole did,
Yeah,
and
those
I
are the
actually did the
flakes.
Bubba Kush. So,
I did the Blue Dream and the Bubba Kush. I saved the chocolate one. I thought was the prettiest. It had like the
so did
pretty like top on it. I thought that was the prettiest one.
Yeah,
Oh.
and it smelled like they smell like amazing.
Yeah, your body.
And it was my skin was very soft afterwards, and I was saying I felt like I melted into the bed. I felt like I slept very well last night. So I highly recommend them before bedtime.
Yes, and yeah, so I did the same, and yeah, that was the best sleep I've had in a really long time. And you don't realize it, like there was not any like instant feeling while you're having the bath. It is just that after, like almost like Epsom salts, but not.
Right, just kind of like your Jello, and you kind of it was nice.
So I have a question on those. If those,
Yeah.
how many milligrams do they have? And then like, would that like be a good sexual enhancer if someone didn't want to, smoke or maybe ingest an edible, because then you're all tingly everywhere. So that's my question. How does that work, and how many milligrams are in there?
Well, due to the nourishing fruit butters and the aromatic botanicals,
The plantabis, I say.
Okay, so the milligrams, it is a hybrid. So it's 150 milligrams of THC to 150 milligrams of CBD.
Okay.
So that's that. They're yeah. So the moisturizing, we talked about that. I would say yes. I mean, Laura, you're the cannabis consultant. So Laura, tell us a little bit about your business. Also, do you slide that in there? Elevated Wellness. So you've got the stuff when it comes to hybrid anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think having a good, level kind of mix like that in anything is a good place to start. That's especially as long as you're willing to try THC. But I think to answer that question too, I think it's great, before bedtime to sleep, but also before bedtime for fun, because it is very relaxing, but it's also, it's reaching areas that have a lot of, receptors, and yeah, so you're getting all the goodness all over the body there. So, those are highly recommended, but I do think the balance of CBD and THC is really important, because that can be, they really help each other out. And like many people talk about, the entourage effect is huge, and that can really play a big effect on how it's going to feel. So I think having both is really what gives you that really nice calming effect.
I would say shave before you use it. So I did the reverse the first time. I popped the bomb in there, and then I started to shave. And because it's just like so, like it almost felt like a film. So, but then the next night when I had like my nice smooth legs, I was like, whoa,
Right.
yeah.
Just
So
sliding in the
that-
tub. Right? Yeah.
So that in the bedroom could be a real nice, it's real soft, real smooth.
Right.
So these are from Stewart Farms. So you guys actually can't get them on a regular because you are in the U.S., but, just talk to me. But their brand story, they are actually a family run company. So they're out there in the East Coast of Canada. So they're handcrafted, and they do everything eco-certified. Even their packaging is organic and biodegradable, which is very cool. So we love eco-friendly anything, especially we just talked about Environment Day. So yeah, they are mass-produced, and for Canadians, you can get them at the OCS. So there you go. I don't have a price point. Because they gave them to us, but
Nice.
I would say I'd pay
Well
for
worth it.
these. There's not many products because I grow at home that I would like rush to the store and get. But for something like this, that's a little bit more novelty, and the packaging was nice.
It was, yeah. No, it was easy to open. I didn't feel like I had to, get the scissors from the kitchen to get into there or anything. So it was yeah, a good experience.
It reminded me of Lush.
Yes.
I love Lush.
You guys have Lush? Yeah.
Yep.
Very much like that, and like just
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've had those products. Yeah, so that's it, everybody, for bath bombs. Stewart Farms, you can get yours. If I could juggle, that would have been so cool right then. Oh my god,
Would have been worth a shot.
not the place and time to try it out. Cool. So let's break Brooke's virginity, cannabis cooking virginity, and let's head to our kitchens, which, well, we're already there. So again, we've got this contest. The one woman who made it, I guess she chose gluten-free, organic for reasons. I am not. I am not doing a gluten-free recipe. So just as a disclaimer. But anybody who wants to follow along, we will mention the ingredients as we go. And, some of these stuff, I think like a lot of it is staples that you might have in the kitchen. So if you have, we're doing oatmeal, gluten-free, chocolate chip cookies. And you're going to need, as your cannabis, like we're doing cannabis infused, we're using cannabis butter. So that is that. And I'm like ready to go. Okay. Okay is right. So you guys get yourself set up there. Mother's Day is coming. What do you guys got going on for Mother's Day?
Hanging at home this year. I think I'm just gonna have a kind of calm Mother's Day. Maybe use that last bath bomb.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that'll be good. I think I'll be working, so there's that. Let's grab a bowl.
I had to go pull that up on the computer because I screenshotted it on my phone, and I can't look at my phone while I'm cooking with you guys.
I know. There's just so many things with technology that just aren't as convenient.
Sneak over there and see the first 3 things I needed.
There you go.
What are you guys doing for Mother's Day? Me and the boys haven't made plans yet.
Personally, nothing. He's 11. He's still not taking me out for breakfasts and the brunches in bed, and so it'll be probably a regular day. But I like to go with him to the driving range. I golf, so that's something I like to do. And so if we can go out and just get a couple balls together,
that's cool.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the weather's good. I mean, Laura, you've got the same weather as we do here in Canada, and it was like hot the other day, and at night it still goes down to 0. So like, I don't know. You can't plan for anything anymore.
We have this issue. It's like nice and beautiful one day, and then it's freezing the next.
Okay, listen, Nevada. You're not getting flurries in May, so.
No, we're like in massive drought now. We would sometimes we would still get snow like in May and June up in the mountains, but we're like in a massive drought. So.
That's not good.
Yeah, so no, I've never dealt with a drought. Never doubt with a drought.
No.
Okay. All right, so are you guys all set up there? I'm just going to take a quick peek at the recipe on my one screen. So we've got, that's not going to work out. All right, do you guys have that handy?
That I'm cooking.
So we're going to need our cannabis butter. I just want to make sure I get the ingredients right so that I'm not throwing anybody off. So it was half a cup.
Yep.
Right, of our cannabis butter.
Yep.
Yep. And here, pull that up. Who wants to read out the? If you've got them on a separate screen, it'll be easier. If you want to walk us through something.
Can you pop it up on the screen? Can you add?
I could do that. Yeah,
that would be amazing.
Way to be thinking there.
Or else I have to run back over to the computer for step 2.
Yes. Actually, while we do that, why don't we look back on April at Peeps?
We want them to have, and to let the women who are in the film to like have something to point to and say like, look, I was a part of this. Take me seriously when you see my business plan or my bank loan or when I'm applying to be a speaker on a panel or something like that. So the film has really been, started a lot of conversations, I think, and that's exciting.
Divide ourselves, and when we do that, it kind of just reflects on other things that are happening. And that has been my biggest hurdle, is just things that I honestly didn't think was going on in the back end that some people were doing to get seen, and trying to get me to be in that way as well, to be seen. And I just can't do it. I'm just not that type of person.
I think in a general sense, people think of it as, oh, crazy things are happening and that's what this means. But in reality, when shit hits the fan didn't stop rotating. So now shit hit the fan, and then the fan's still spinning, and now it's just spinning shit all over the room. And now the wall and everything stinks. And I don't think people really think about what it means for shit to hit the fan.
Only live without oxygen for a few minutes. Laughter forces us, right? Ha 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 ha, you're expelling. You have to all of a sudden go, so you take a big in-breath, beautiful, and then continue ha ha haing. It's just a beautiful.
I freaking love it. And we're working with having pink papers, and just really the brand is all about the femininity and really just honing in on that Legally Blonde. People have this mispersona, and we are going to show them that it's completely different from that. And there's a lot of business women like you and me who don't look like we use cannabis, and people are always like, oh wow, you're productive, you're a business owner. Yeah.
I had an aha moment, I guess, and I realized that I can, switch this career and take those skills that I have and move it forward. So that's when I kind of pivoted into a cannabis coaching career. And so now I kind of mix the mental health, physical health, it's kind of a holistic approach into the conscious cannabis consumption.
The food has weed in it. We forgot one critical part. We have added.
Of all the luck I have right now, this isn't going to work. And so right at that minute, you're going to think I'm crazy, but this is legit how it went down. A mobile billboard drove by on the strip advertising, get your medical marijuana card in Nevada today. I literally, okay. Annie,
there was a sign from God.
I literally...
It's amazing. I believe these things happen. They're intentional and they're supposed to happen like this. And whether it be an actual fucking sign, there are signs.
Anything that you're not sure about right now, get rid of it. If something's just don't know. Nope, not for you. And that's what's going to make that life go up. Yeah. That's where you're going to see that third eye activation. That's where you're going to see that veil lifting. That's where you're going to start to see auras. That's where you start to get stuff like that. When you truly let go of all that shit and live in you, in your soul, in your body, that's where you'll find it. That's where you'll find those answers.
How cool is that?
What a wonderful group of people, though. That's so cool.
Yeah, and that was all of April. So all of those full videos, obviously featuring Laura and Brooke, Nicole, and myself, who forgot the weed in the... that is found on eastcollective.com. Become a member. It's free. And you get to download all of the awesome women that we get to talk to. All right, so I do have it up now. So we're going to start with half a cup of softened canna butter. We're going to combine our butters and the sugars and stir until well combined. So our sugars are a half cup of brown and a half cup of white. White? Yep. Brown. Your chunk. Here's our butter. This is my cannabis butter. I don't know if the lighting is pretty great. It's very it's really nice. It is actually CBD butter, so I'm not going to get stoned off of my cookies. What are you guys using? What are you using for yours, Laura?
So I use, what was it? If I can find the jar. But mine, it turned out quite green. I don't know if you can see. Mine is, so I'm excited to try it. I guess it smells good.
I bet.
But I've got a THC, strain, so I'm pretty pumped.
These are mommy's cookies. These are mommy's bath bomb.
Start my mouth the right way.
Yeah, it might. You might need better. Different spoon. We got butter flying everywhere. Then we're gonna add an egg, the vanilla. That might give us some more juice there. So 1 large egg and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract.
My vanilla.
Okay.
I know I got it in here.
Oh. Okay. And we're gonna mix that up, and then in a separate bowl, we're gonna combine the dry ingredients. So we're adding the wet to the dry, the wet to the dry. What kind of oats are you guys using? So I didn't have gluten-free oats, but I did have quick oats.
I got these gluten-free sprouted quick oats. So
nice.
I got also a gluten-free flour, which I was super excited about.
Yeah.
That was good.
I got just like old-fashioned rolled oats. So I got like the old school style.
Nice.
Yep. Mine were like Quaker oats, like breakfast oats.
Right.
But they look. I mean, what do oats look like? They look like oats. Yeah. I'm gonna put mine in the oven on. So we're setting the temperature to 350. These are really quick. This is a quick cookie. 10 minutes.
That's good. So I'm not good at waiting. So that's good.
Yeah, so we should be able to give these a try. So we're doing 1 gluten-free quick oat cup and 2 cups of gluten-free oat flour.
How much flour are we using?
2 cups of the flour.
Okay.
So this is the interesting part. So I didn't have allspice.
I didn't either.
What was it?
Allspice.
Allspice.
Oh, we're supposed to have allspice?
What's that?
We're supposed to have allspice?
Yeah, so it calls for a 1/4 teaspoon. I mean, it's not going to make or break the recipe, I'm sure. But a substitute for allspice is nutmeg.
Oh, okay.
Cloves and cinnamon. So you crush the cloves and the nutmeg and the cinnamon, and then that makes an allspice. So that's what I did.
Okay.
That's good to know. It sounds kind of like pumpkin spice.
Like that type
of, yeah.
I don't think I've ever used nutmeg in my life, ever. Well, that turned out good.
Very creamy. This is the stuff that I always want to eat, but it's not has egg in it. It's so sugary.
It's sugar, but you can also get salmonella.
I know. It's so much
Having my nuts.
Don't judge me. So the flour they got into 1. We're gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. So we've got 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I love cinnamon. And last but not least is the allspice, if you have it. If not, that's okay. So there's our combination of nutmeg and clove and cinnamon to make up an allspice. And that is that. You can make it without chocolate chips, but why would you do that?
Why are you a party pooper?
Right. Why would anybody do that? So I'm throwing my chocolate chips in here now, and that's that.
There we go.
Okay. All right, so we're mixing the dry and separate bowl, and then we're going to put the ingredients together. So we'll grab another one down there, another bowl. Get this other way. So I think this is the healthy cookie. Is that?
It sounds like it's got good substitutes in it for the normal stuff.
Yeah.
I think this is super healthy. I mean, all the
Thank you. Yeah.
stuff, and it's perfect.
You know, when 4 women, do you agree? Do you agree, Nicole?
What?
Nicole agrees. So when 4 women all agree on something, it becomes true. And
Right.
so
And the cannabis makes it even healthier, so that's a win.
Exactly it. Do you have a bowl? Yeah, right here. Okay. Is that going to work for all this stuff together? Let's see if I can pick one.
So is it wet, dry into wet, right?
Yep.
By any amounts or just slowly?
Let's do it together.
Okay, sure.
Sounds good.
Scrapey.
I'm making a good mess over here. How about you guys? Making a good mess.
I'm gonna get a spoon to scrape it.
Oh, use this one. We'll switch. We're kind of cheating because we're 4 hands on deck here, so
Nice.
you guys can keep it up.
Watch it come out.
Boom. Who's the guy that does boom? What's that guy's name?
Emerald?
Emerald. Yeah. Bomb. Bomb.
I don't know if he says it like that. You like throw stuff in and it goes pow or something like that.
Pow. No, it doesn't sound much good.
Bada bing. That's it.
Okay, so that's in there. Is this just a roll at this point? So do we just use our hands? I think we have to stir it.
There's a little bit more here, but
This is really thick. What stage are you guys at?
I am getting the last of the dry ingredients in here, and then I'm ready to mix.
Okay. Yeah, this is really thick. It's going to come together. And then we're rolling into little balls.
do you like need this?
Yeah, I do need this.
Now the
I
problem
need that joke. Oh, I pulled on stick around fit.
I know I do too. All the time.
too many.
What do you guys do for 420?
I did a meet and greet for running for office because I'm running for the school board here locally. And so this radio station that hosted me a couple of times and had me on air with them, they had me do a meet and greet at their studio. It was fun.
That's so
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, it was great. And then they
Very
had me
cool.
on air and it was perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, that's awesome. I spent my day at a Canna market here, so it was kind of a lot of local vendors and people just celebrating the plan and selling things, and it was kind of just like a good celebration. It was fun.
Aww.
It's nice to
We
see
didn't,
out the community.
there was nothing really all that special going on down here. I didn't hear of anything. Usually there's like a rally or like some kind of event, but no, not on our home front.
Yeah. Maybe have to throw a party next year.
Yeah, I think like one more year of like everybody coming out of like the house. I was gonna say closet, but we're not all doing that. But yeah, I think that there's still a lot of like unknowns about travel and just kind of attendance and what to do and what not to do.
So are they
But we're getting there.
like requiring you guys still, if you leave the country, to be vaccinated, or have they lifted that? Because they've lifted it in the U.S.
They lifted the mandatory need to show your vaccination. So that was a big thing for a lot of people who weren't vaxxed, is that you couldn't go like anywhere without having to show your proof of vax. But that's kind of lifted. But it hasn't for travel. So if we were to go across border, you still need to show that. Right. So Brooke, you've got your event coming up.
I do. It's coming up in a month in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and we finalized all the speakers. So I'm getting ready to blast them out next week, and we're still taking on vendors. We're gonna stay at the 50 mark or less, and we're at 30 vendors right now. So we have space for 20 more, and we're just super excited. And we got the awards ordered. I don't know who the winners are yet because the voting is still going on until Saturday. It ends at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard for the votes of the people that were nominated for East Coast. So that's exciting. All the awards are being shipped to the hotel, and I'm having like some big backdrops made. I'm super excited. I just can't wait. And then 30 days later, we're gonna do it in Denver.
That's awesome. Yeah, so there's the Denver, and then you're back in your hometown. Like really, I mean Vegas, close enough, but you have a little bit of a break in between there.
What?
Do you have a little bit of a break in between the two? Like you've got Jersey and then Denver.
It goes Jersey, then Denver, so they're about 30 days apart, and then I get a break. I'm gonna like go to Colorado for a week actually after. My mentor has this new amazing house. I'm like, can I come stay with you and your wife and like hide for a week and sleep and eat? And they're like, yes. So I'm super excited. And then the next one will be at the end of September. So in Vegas will be in September, and then October will be in San Francisco.
Amazing. Lori, you should go. We should try to get to one of them. This is the Women in Cannabis Expo that we're chatting about here. Brooke is the owner and the founder. And yeah, we met in person finally in Reno last year. And it was a lot of fun. But you changed the dynamic this year. So it was a 3-day event, and you settled back on a one, right?
Yeah, and the trick is really, obviously we needed to get our first one out the door, which we had to postpone, and we were, building it for a year and 8 months. Whoa. You really start tacking on days when you go over the 50 vendor mark. Then that's when you start adding more days, because people can't get through all the vendors and all the speakers when you have that many. So it's a good rule of thumb. But it was nice to spend the days with you last year. I think it was amazing. I just loved every part of it. It was fabulous.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, you had such great speakers, and yeah, I think just when it's the first two, I mean, everybody was kind of in that unknown, not just like yourself hosting it, but a lot of us, we've been on lockdown, and many of us starting our brands during lockdown. It was like, kind of a chance to get our feet wet as entrepreneurs and meet other entrepreneurs from all across the country.
It was
including Joyce, the Canna mom, who just won an award in Boston. So that's her second award since she won with you. We were talking earlier today, and she's holding, anybody that's in the Boston, Massachusetts area, she's having a Boston Tea Party this weekend. So that's kind of fun.
That is awesome, and that's amazing. Where did she win her award from?
So the local podcast awards or something, I don't know if that's a thing, but she won the best podcast in Boston. So
that's amazing. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to do like a little shout out to her.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she's awesome. I love listening to her on Clubhouse. We hang out.
Yes,
I say we hang out like we're friends. So I'm like, I don't know who you are, but she's awesome.
I was her first guest.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, 3 years ago. Yep, and then the year after, so she's having a contest. She does every year. This year she's crowdfunding, but the first year she had a contest whose podcast was listened to the most. Well, I mean, I just, everybody and their grandmother had to listen to my podcast because I had to win this contest, right? And I did. And she made me the most beautiful bong blanket. Like, it's got this huge bong on it. It's a quilt. It's gorgeous, and you love it too, right?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Nicole's,
I love this with it.
yeah. And you're still hiding.
Sorry, if there's a sharp piece here, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to make noise.
Who made that for you? Joyce Gerber did?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. She's really crafty. Last year she did the amazing Technicolor quilt. Like and then she put all of the women that she'd interviewed, so there was over 100 on she took their pictures and then put them into the quilt all the way around the edge of it. And funny enough, another Canadian won it last year. So,
that's amazing.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, I know anything like that. I'm totally inspired by anybody that can do that.
Yeah.
But we mean anything crafty is right up our alley. Eh? We were Nicole and I did. So you know Amanda, of course, Brooke, from Mom's Tea and Cannabis. She was posting a puff and paint.
Yes, I saw that. Did you guys do one too?
No puff for me. So Nicole doesn't smoke weed. So she's like, I was having a really hard time finding puffy paint.
Finding the what?
Puffy paint.
Puffy paint, that's adorable.
I thought it was like an effect. Like a paint effect, because I'm a painter. I know what weed is, I get it. I used to smoke it, but I don't know why I did that.
I'm like, Nicole, we're actually painting a cannabis leaf.
I am a sucker for puffy paint though.
Yeah,
and like my phone in.
But I'm missing something? It was cute moments, okay? I thought it was cute.
Mine turned out okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, that's
so cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well done.
I gotta wash these hands almost.
Yeah, we added another egg just to keep you updated on what's going over here in the kitchen. But it was really dry. I don't know about you guys.
Mine's really dry. Is that normal?
We added another egg.
Oh, I didn't.
And
I must have done something water. Okay.
It wouldn't have stuck together, I don't think, had we not. So that's what we did. But they look good.
They do look good. They smell good too.
I was making balls, so it was sticking that way. But...
We got some bowls.
See? Yeah, you know. That's pretty much my.
Yeah. So we're gonna pop ours in.
I just put it in.
And they just take 10 minutes, right? That's fine.
Yeah, that's it.
It's perfect.
Beat that.
So they always say that, in hindsight it's 2020 or whatever that saying is. We were supposed to be joined by Sarah Haycock. So Sarah is a studio owner in London, England, and she produced everybody, who's anybody who's been to her studio and performed there and whatnot. But she also has a CBD brand. And so she was going to be joining us tonight with Melanie Melody, who Brooke, you've spoke to before, Melly Fresh, and actually the song in the background of our videos there, that was Melly. But it's like 1,000,000 o'clock in London, England right now. And the idea of them baking cookies at 2 a.m. didn't seem fair. So they were politely excused from tonight, but we'll touch in with them another time.
Yeah,
but it's almost time.
She just couldn't make it today. How's she doing?
She's good, real good. She's performing in, I want to say, Berlin.
Wow.
Yeah, she's at a festival this upcoming weekend, so she was trying to pick out Amelie outfit, which are always extreme and loud and amazing. So
That's awesome.
I think it's such a boring life. You know, when I talk to some people, I'm like, really? You know?
She's fun. I like her.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. Okay, I should put the timer on this because this is my biggest problem cooking is that
Are
I
you guys
overcook stuff.
like cleaning up part of your messes now? That's what I've been doing.
I had to at least wash my hands, but I got my little balls.
Oh,
here.
yours are so much more symmetrical.
I tried. Mine stuck together decently. I don't know. I think I put a little less flour in, or maybe a little less sugar in than it was supposed to take. But
Okay, so that probably makes a lot of sense to do
more
that.
of an accident, but a happy one, I guess.
How's yours coming, Brooke? Are you making chili? What's going on in your kitchen?
I threw them in. Well, here I'll show you because I just tossed them in. They kind of look like hands.
Oh!
Trying to squish them together, like. So we're gonna see what happens here.
It's the taste that counts, right?
Either way, they're gonna be edible, and so like you can't go wrong with cookies.
For dinner, I made just veggie stir fry. And so I was just
That looks
putting
like a
it in a
stew.
container to enjoy tomorrow. I've been doing my 4 miles a day and eating my veggies. So I've been doing very good. I'm being a good diabetes person until I have one of these.
Yeah, I
Good
saw
for
that
you.
you were
That's
doing
impressive.
4 miles. You did 4 miles or something the other day?
I do them every day. So I went this morning. Yesterday I got my workout in late. So I went like at 6 o'clock and got my 4 miles in. And then I got up this morning and I did my 4 miles at 7:30. And
that's running.
7:30 in the morning. Yeah. Well,
that was my reaction. Like on your feet. Like that's
running. I try to get my 10,000 steps a day because it's
Right.
just
Is that all it
it's
takes?
so good for you.
I used to get 10,000 steps in my kitchen during the heat of the pandemic. I'd be on the phone and I can't sit still when I talk on the phone. So just doing laps around the house, which I thought was pretty impressive, but actually getting up that early and making a effort of it, good for you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's one thing I think that like if we have like we're doing now, we're making treats or we can self-medicate or, if people want to use recreational. But then the other thing that I have to, especially it's really stressful putting on an event. And so I've got to get this extra just angst energy out. And then it just makes me feel so good,
Yeah.
So
well, it's that whole holistic wellness, right? We need
exactly. It makes total sense.
the physical with the the medicinal we were taking obviously for physical as well, but that deals us emotionally for some, that helps us mentally for some, intellectually even. So that's just all these feel goods.
Yes, always.
So I've got a little game and I'm going to do my best because, well, that's all I can do. But it's name that tune. So it actually is the humming. So I'm going to hum a song and we're just going to tally it up, see who gets the most, and we'll see what kind of prizes I can send out. But yeah. So you guys are just going to guess and I'm just going to be the asshole. You're just going to watch everybody drop off the live stream now.
Now they're going to be like, come on, let's go American Idol.
Yeah, right. They're probably gonna be like, how did you not get that?
Okay. Do I want my microphone? Maybe. Yeah. Maybe.
I'm going to show my back leg. When you start singing.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Now it's real.
Test that mic, Amie. Test the mic.
Check one.
There you go. Now you're in.
Jackson's gonna come down, I guarantee it. Okay, this was funner when I tried on my own. Now I've got to say I'm a bit nervous. All right, I'm not gonna do the microphone. It's too much. Okay.
Oh, hey, the Beach Boys. What is that song? Come on, pretty mama, key largo, now. That's dangerous. Okay.
Okay.
Hip hop song.
I won't make my daughter cry. Outcast? Is that who is that?
Yes!
What is it?
Outcast.
It's
Miss
Outcast.
Jackson.
Thank you. The names I'm not so good with, but
This is good. This is working. Oh.
You're so vain.
Something like that, baby.
You're
You're
You're good.
Do I get
You it's a tie. It's a tie. You both got it.
We'll give it a
And
break.
you're cheating. You're looking over my shoulder. Okay.
Oh, Alanis Morissette.
Oh.
Isn't it ironic?
Yes.
Right?
Like, something like rain. What?
Like
Yeah.
Yeah, you're singing it. You're
On
singing
your
it.
wedding day?
Yeah.
Oh,
My dad used to call that
Isn't it ironic?
Yes. Isn't it ironic?
I found out Alanis was the easiest humming songs to do. It's just got a nice like tone for humming.
Right.
The truth is you've been practicing humming, isn't it?
Right.
No, only like 5 minutes before we went on, and I was like, "Yeah, I got this."
You nailed it.
2 weeks ago, not so much. I had COVID. I couldn't even. It wouldn't have been pretty. Has everybody had COVID? Show your hands. Yes.
Vaccinated and had COVID. Oh wow.
Same. Yeah. Laura.
I've been lucky to skip. I'm vaccinated, but I've been lucky to skip the knock on all the wood to skip it so far.
Right.
So.
And you too. You've been good. Yeah. Although you thought you've had it more than anybody I know. It's already COVID. I'm old. All right.
I know it's not.
I can see it in your eyes.
Listen to your heart. Is that whatever?
Okay. So yeah, it's I do it for you.
I would not have guessed the name of that.
No, me neither.
Yes, would you say Robin Hood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Robin Hood. That's how I remember it too. I was young. That was a long time ago.
I had Kevin.
That was a while. That was a while back.
It was like in middle school.
I had rollerblades during the time of the song because I remember listening to it in my Walkman. That were the kind that you put your shoe into. They weren't even cool rollerblades. They were like such a loser.
How many people do you think are just like, what's a Walkman?
Right?
So I remember that back in the day, just having like lug that thing around.
Yeah, rewind at the end just to get back and like listen to your track. Flip tape. Okay.
Come as you are. It's Nirvana. That's what I got.
That's a song that you hum no matter what.
Right.
Like you don't actually sing the words when you hear that song on the radio. All right, what time have we got? We've got 2 minutes on our cookies. All right. This is too easy.
We are family. That's one of my mom's things.
Cindy's at home, you know, she's like, we are family.
I know, she probably jumped up from the computer and was like, oh my God, I know that song. It's this one. She's probably like rooting for me, sending me telephone messages to my brain.
Yeah,
like,
she won that one.
Your mom's great. Oh, there's just so many good ones. I had to go through so many cards to pick ones that people might get because there's, 1,000 that you wouldn't. No, that's a shitty one. Forget it. My Sharona.
Oh, that would have been a little tricky.
I don't even know how.
like,
no, like no.
yeah, like try to do it.
Yeah, that's a little tricky.
No, that's terrible. Oh my god.
It feels like when you hear a song that it's going to be a lot easier.
Right.
Some of them are not.
Unhummable.
Oh yeah, get your freak on. How could you do "Get Your Freak On" by Missy? We can get it out. All right.
Well, in that, stay alive. Stay alive. Staying alive. Staying alive.
Yes. Mine do not look very good.
Mine don't look cooked.
No, mine neither.
We're gonna go for another 10.
It should be like.
I'm flattening mine.
You're flattening them?
Yeah, I'm gonna just give them a little flatten. And
that's probably smart.
Yeah, and then maybe like another 5. I don't think they're gonna need long. It did say that if you wanted them a bit crispier, to go an extra 3 minutes. But I mean, these are way too soft.
Well, 2 of them just kind of crumbled apart. I wonder if I should make like the balls next time and then flatten them out before I cook them.
Yeah, I'm thinking that might have.
Mine
crumbled. But
they were big. They were big balls.
So we're doing 3 more minutes, right?
We got 3 more minutes.
Okay, that's what. Yeah, because I tossed my back in. Okay, let me go open the front door real quick.
It's 3 hours. It's 3 hours earlier for Brooke, so this is like her dinner time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Dessert. Amazing.
Yeah, crashing the party.
So what's going on with all things elevated wellness?
Well, I am happily taking on clients right now and rolling full steam ahead. So if anyone is interested, I do run an 8-week program, all focused on any kind of struggles that you're having. So whether it's migraine, sleep trouble, anxiety, I'm happy to help with those things. But the program really focuses on whole person wellness. So being able to, focus a little bit on your sleep, on your eating habits, on, the wellness goals that you have for yourself. And then bringing cannabis into that. So it's been really fun to see the transformations that people can take from it and how different everyone is and how different their cannabis use is and how it affects them so differently. And every time I work with somebody, I'm more and more amazed with the plant and what it does and how it can help people. So it's really cool. And I'm also running a 2-meeting consultation, a cannabis consultation. So if you don't want to do the full 8-week program, I'm happy to meet with you 2 times and do a cannabis guide for you where it's kind of a breakdown of what's kind of work best and maybe what ingestion methods might be best for you, what you want to look for. So all that good stuff. So those are the options I'm running right now.
We were talking about that, and I think it's so important because, point being for like the dispensaries all around the U.S., and we have so many pot shops here in Canada. It's like there's like 3 per corner, and you're not getting, your physical, emotional, all of that stuff over the counter by a bud tender who doesn't know you, doesn't know your health profile. And, we have to do a lot of trial and error, of course, in the beginning to feel what consumption methodology is going to work. So that's a little bit of a, and then slow. That was
low
your
and
point
slow is
on
not the motto. Yeah.
No,
it's always helpful to have somebody to help you with that. And
that was just that it was heated up again. Yeah, because it could go sideways. I mean, if you take too much or you take the wrong thing, you might have a bad experience, and then never try it again. But
right, and that's always a bummer because and when there's a bad experience, I can get being leery about it. But chances are it was just not not the right strain, not the right amount, not the right set or setting, those types of things. So it is I think really helpful to work with somebody or at least get some kind of base knowledge about what you're doing so that it can actually work for you and you don't end up in those situations where you're really paranoid or really uncomfortable.
Yeah, for sure. And I've heard so many of those stories. It's like, and then they've got that stigma. They won't try it again, and it's a shame. But the other part of what you do is important. Like just when you have like a fitness coach, you're like their accountability partner. Somebody to
Exactly.
motivate them and make sure that you're checking in on what they're doing and keeping them motivated
Right.
for all of the wellness goals. So
yeah, it's the same kind of thing. Just like if you would hire, a personal trainer, if it's a personal trainer for your cannabis. That's it's kind of someone just.
What did we call it? What did I say when I said that you could coin it? I forget.
You know what? I'm remembering that now. I'm gonna have to look back. I don't remember exactly what.
I don't remember
watch that
either,
again.
but it was good in the moment.
No, that was perfect. Yeah, I'll have to look back on that one.
All right, we'll do a couple more of these while we're waiting for our second run here.
Is that salt and pepper?
Right stuff?
Yeah. Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a duplicate card. No, it's not. I'm lying. Okay. That's this one's a low one. I don't think I can hum this low. No, I can't. It's like a rhinestone cowboy. Try it.
Yeah, I get like real like. That's a little hard.
That's real deep. All right. Oh.
I'm so done. Yeah. Is that the song? I don't know the name of it. And I can't remember the words.
It's Elton John. Elton John, I'm still standing.
That's it.
Elton John. Good old Elton.
Vanilla ice. Ice, baby.
Yeah. Coming down to the end here.
Like a virgin Madonna.
Did you say it?
I said like a virgin Madonna.
There you go. 90s.
If you want to be my lover. I grew up on the Spice Girls.
We're all in the 40 club, right? Like Laura, I should have asked. I don't know. I'm putting you in a 40 club.
I'm in my 30s still, but I remember the 90s pretty well.
Yeah. Brooke turned 40 last year. I turned 40 a few months ago, and Nicole turns 40 on Sunday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
40 is the best time of your life. I turned 41 this year, and I freaking love it.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I feel like I don't care so much about anything.
Yep.
And so much more about other stuff that it's a really great feeling. Ooh, the cookies.
Your guys.
I think ours are ready.
I
think ours are ready.
So I added another egg, like you said.
What's that?
I added another egg because mine are all crumbly, like
really crumbly. Oh.
So I'm adding another egg to see if that makes it kind of.
I think so. We did the same thing with our patties. They were really dry.
Yeah, we added.
That's really good.
Mind you, I used flour maybe twice, which was the time I made patties, and tonight. And God knows how long I've been storing it. So really, really, really dry flour right now. But they don't look bad at all.
This is definitely now they're kind of, because I added the egg, they're now like rolling into better balls instead of like those hand models I had going on. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, ours. I don't think ours would have even came together had we done it the other way. Mm-hmm. Big news. So SharonLove.ca is officially open. We've got apparel. So these are little Sharons.
you.
Sharon Love. So that Sharon, just like the name Sharon, love.ca. So that is a division of Hip Lives that has all of our apparel and awesome accessories over there. Nothing super cannabis functional, but some cannabis stuff as far as clothing. So plants, people, the planet. That's what's going on, and really awesome stuff for moms. So moms and Mother's Day, beautiful clutches. I've got to say, not because I made them, but they're affordable and they're beautiful. And some scarves and stuff. So anything that's got a can of mom, that would be a place to go. Or Brooke, you've got your Legally Blonde and Blunt.
I do, and I should pull it out while we're on here. I'll have to get it out of my purse. We are getting a contract with a company called they make these things called Stealth, and it's almost better than my snail, because my snail, stands up, which I love these, and I would love to carry these too. But the Stealth, I'll show you guys, it's all customizable on the outside, so it says Legally Blonde and Blunt, and it looks like a cigarette lighter. So it's hiding this top piece so you don't touch this all the time, because touching things gets germs in your mouth. And it's got a lid on it, so I'll have to show you guys. But now we're finally getting our hat order in, and some shirts that we ordered in, and tote bags that say, excuse me if I'm blunt, that's just how I roll. And they have Maryland on them, and they're hot pink. And so we have some really cool stuff. We've got glitter pipes now. Pink glitter. Ooh. They're freezable. They're amazing.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I got some goods. I got a cannabis outfit yoga wear set. Amy's seen it. It's really cute. Pajama pants.
Yep.
So it's coming along. It's with everything kind of being behind in the world. That's kind of been the struggle. Shipping and all the shortages of everything are tough.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's it's logistically it's a curve that you don't think about before you get into this kind of stuff, because it always seems like I can do that. But yeah, there's a process, right? But it's awesome. I love the brand name, and I think for sure it's going to do well. There actually, that I know of, because I've always looked into like cool cannabis related clothing, especially around 420. You want to wear something cool out. And in the past there was nothing. You could like scour Google for an outfit or a really cool shirt, but something that wasn't so like stereotypical,
right?
Stoner, but there's some pretty stuff, like really pretty. And the plant is pretty. So,
absolutely.
That's what I want to bring to that market, is like cute, hot pink, adorable, with some class, with the cannabis tossed on there in a really business-like way. The yoga wear is cute. I can't even wait to wear that to Body Pow, because people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, where did you get that?" I made it myself.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just show off some of the stuff we got going on. So we got
nice.
Oh. I don't know why that's not working. Oh, you saw it for a glimpse there. That's about all it's gonna give us. I don't know why. There we go. Oh. Just a quick little look there.
The teaser.
Yeah. It keeps it's cliffhanger.
Right.
So ours are cooled down here. We're all cool like that.
Ooh.
Cookie. Would you like a cookie? Yes. Are you at cookie eating stage, Laura?
I think so. It's a little warm, but it's pretty good.
Brooke is not at cookie eating stage. Oh, but she's gonna show us. Okay, ready? Cheers.
So it says it's the Legally Blonde and Blunt, and you just open it. So the piece, like this piece, I'm just gonna unscrew it and put it in there. And it has a battery life too. So you put it in, just like my snail, and it's got a magnetic like closer, and it's all like.
That's handy.
That's pretty.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then right here,
Now I get the stealth.
$55 they can order them from me.
Amazing.
And the company that I'm contracted with, they're making four of these for our giveaways. So I'm having one at each show that is going to be raffled off. So there's going to be a winner at each show. They get one that says Women in Cannabis Expo.
Oh, cool.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So they can get those Legally Blonde and Blunt. Amazing. Okay, well, I was going to say I'll put the links up, but we're not doing that type of show, so I can't. But all right. These are dry as fuck. But the melted chocolate chips go a long way, and I'm thinking like whipped cream.
That would that would help.
My son's here, and he's saying ice cream sandwiches, which is also probably
ice
what
cream
I'll
always
do.
helps.
Ice cream in the middle, another little cookie on top, and whipped cream. Perfect.
All of it. That sounds amazing.
Well, this has been awesome, guys. I'm super grateful to talk with you guys and to have you on Eve's Believes this past month. So I'm like I'm tired as heck. So Brooke, you'll have to let us know how yours turned out.
Oh, of course. So this is Adam. Adam, say hi.
Aww. Hi, Adam.
Hi.
Oh, there's another one behind
I know, he's like,
I've got one behind me. It's bedtime, right?
Can you come say hi? No.
You coming?
Too cool.
My son can't come because his hair is too gorgeous, apparently. So
that's respectable.
Thank you so much. And next month, what's next month? Next month, I believe I'm planting. So I'll put it up for anybody who's joining us next month, long before the day of. You need to prepare to play along. But other than that, it's been great. It's been a unique thing because I've never done live cooking with other people, only myself.
Oh, that was fun.
That was good.
We'll have to try another recipe next time.
Yeah. So Elevated Wellness, that's where you can find Laura for consulting and, a physical, right-hand man in the cannabis, right-hand woman, to kind of coach you along for any of your kind of wellness needs with cannabis. And Brooke, Cannabis Expo running Jersey, Denver, Reno, San Francisco. If you are looking to be a vendor or a speaker, get in touch, or Legally Blonde and Blunt for all of your stealth needs. SharonLove.ca, we've got Hip Lives, of course, for holistic wellness, and Eve's where the ladies hang. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This has been awesome.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Talk to you later. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.